What up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the Saturday night's main event review on December 14th, 2024. And we're going to talk about what exactly went down on tonight's special on December. Like, since that WWE's not going to have like a usual pay-per-view like they would normally would. This is going to be the pay-per-view for the month of December. And then we went and saw like plenty of matches, which I probably got like 4 out of the 5 right, which I'm gonna get into in just a moment. But it's not exactly how I fully predicted it to be. Like, it was partial, but the ones I got right, but not exactly like how I said on my review video on last night's SmackDown review that I made. But it's where they showed like the old school like introduction, like right when they showed like the modern like. The modern WWE crowd, like with them being live in Long Island, like with them showing an old school television set. Like back in the 1980s of Saturday Night's Main Event, and even the Saturday Night's Main Events from the last time, from like 2008, 2007, 2006 as well. That's where they had a special intro. They did like a modern version of the old school special of WWE's, like with them showing but the modern with the likes of Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Liv Morgan, like, and others. Like, that was on the hype, and this is where they showed like Jesse the Body Ventura was joining Joe Tessitore in front, like on the stage, like on the commentary, while we got Pat McAfee and Michael Cole in the announcers table. Yeah, they were calling the whole match, except for the main event. They did cardiac action, and yep, you got what I just said about one of the commentators that's going to be with Michael Cole, and that is none other than returning Pat McAfee, but he still has some college game day commitments, but he happened to have some time to do the Saturday night special, which is the main event. But his music started playing as soon as they got the show started. Like, oh my god, like they literally he's literally gonna be the commentator. It could not get any better than this, because that is one of my favorite commentators in WWE right now. But next to Michael Cole, of course, but this is where we got Finn Balor coming out with JD McDonough. We got Tiffany Stratton. Liv Morgan, and then we also had Gunther, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Cody Rhodes. I said Gunther with a TH. But anyways, Gunther. But anyways, this is where we got Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens that came in. Like, it seemed like WWE has a habit, even if it's a special. But this is where this is where I thought we'd talk about. This is where they had Jesse the Body Ventura that came up onto the stage. Like, with what's his name on the side commentary booth, like with. I'm saying, like, yeah, look at this is where Joe Tessitore gave a special introduction of him. This is where they were dressed up like the old school commentary back in the 80s with the bow ties and like a 1980s tuxedo, like if it's in like a 1980s movie Academy Award show. And then this is where we got the matches started, which it started things off in the opener, which was the what was it? It was Drew McIntyre. Yeah, it was Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Started off with the Scottish Warrior coming out to the ring. And this is where then we got Sami Zayn then came out. This is where we had the match started. And give you a little bit of a spoiler. This is the match that I got completely wrong. And I thought this would have made sense for the person to win, because like he didn't stand up in the upper hand. But I guess that shows that that's not always the case, unless if it's some kind of a feud about with Drew McIntyre, like trying to take all the members of the OG bloodline out one by one, and I guess Sami Zayn was his first victim, because you got things started with them going to war. This way, you got Drew McIntyre. Sami Zayn, as soon as he got in the ring, he immediately attacked Drew McIntyre. Yeah, Sami Zayn, that's the name of the wrestler. But anyway, this is where he came in, and this is where he attacks Drew McIntyre. This is where he started trying to beat him right side, but Drew McIntyre shoves him on his side. Rip off his shirt, try to take off his kilt that he still had on, but he managed to throw that right to the side. Drew McIntyre's like, all right, let's get the business. And this is where he tried to attack Sami, but Sami moved out of the way. Sami Zayn could go for a knife-edge chop, went up right on top of Drew. It's why hitting some nothing but right hands right into the face onto the Scottish Warrior. It's where then he beat him like about like probably triple dozen times, like around the 30 mark, which I don't like that number right about now, but that's a different story for a different day for that reason. But this is where I see Sami Zayn going for a double axe handle clothesline, tying him a jiggy right off the Sami Zayn to the outside. Hit Sami Zayn going for a legs dip right off the top rope, hits a moonsault right onto the Scottish Warrior, knocking him down right into the process. Throwing Drew right back in the ring is where we got Sami Zayn got back in the ring. They ends up getting kicked right in the gut. Gets hit with a knife edge chop. This is where the Drew McIntyre dips him right to the left side to the right. Sami tried to close on Sami right to the right side. But this is where Sami hangs on to the rope. This is where Drew McIntyre tried to go for an attack, but this is where Sami Zayn pulled down the rope. Drew McIntyre laid out right into the right corner side. Sami Zayn was getting ready to go for a crossbody right onto the Scottish Warrior, but this is where he caught them right in midair. This is where he tried to go for a fallaway slam or something like that. This is where he ends up hitting him with a sideways version by slamming him right to the outie and out there. By like, goodness gracious, like that was very painful. Even though the table didn't explode it like into pieces, but I bet that was some very painful impact that Sami took from that fallaway. This is where they eventually got thrown right back in the ring. This is where we got beaten and more like into the offense of Drew McIntyre. Like even though like the most powerful force came on, like which was the commercial break, but once the advert came back on, but Sami Zayn managed to fight right back by hitting some strikes right to his face. It's where Drew McIntyre dips him right into the upper side, hits a belly-to-belly suplex, while Michael Cole and Pat McAfee discussing about for January 6th with Roman Reigns will finally face Solo Sikoa in a tribal combat match one-on-one for the first time. Like winner gets to be the tribal chief and have the Ula Fala Samoan lay. It is where we got That's where we got Drew McIntyre to start hitting some right hands right to the face onto the Sami Zayn. This is where then he got right off of him when the referee's like, all right, he's down. Like if you don't stop, bro, I'm going to stop the match by a KO. And this is where Drew McIntyre's like, all right, I'm off of him. This is where then Drew McIntyre's like, but I'm not going to stop beating the living sugar honey iced tea out of him, even though he didn't say the bad word. But you get what I'm trying to say. But this is where he throws Sami right to the left side, but he balanced him without a huge mistake because he did it way before Sami was coming this way. This is where he gave Sami enough time to kick him right in the head. This is where we got Sami Zayn went right to the upper left side to take a rest. This is where Drew McIntyre attacks, but he gets elbowed right to the face. Sami then also boots him with Drew McIntyre heads his way. This is where we got Sami Zayn going for a double axe handle onto Drew, and this is where he knocks him right down the middle of the ring. This is where we got Sami Zayn look like he got McIntyre's number until Drew tried to go for a spear right into Sami Zayn, right to the bottom right side. But this is where we got Sami Zayn moving right out of the way. That was very smart of the former Intercontinental Champion to do. This is where Drew McIntyre driven his shoulder right into the rear of the ring post in the inner part. This is where Sami Zayn tried to go for a haluva kick, but amazingly, Drew McIntyre instantly got back up, boots him right into the face out of an interception. This is where he hits a double-A spine buster, like if he's his, I guess you say mentor Triple H. That's where he tried to go for a pin, but this is where Sami Zayn still kicked out. Drew McIntyre picks up Sami, picks him up, hits a power bomb. A sit-out power bomb to be exact. This is where he tried to go for a pin. This is where Drew McIntyre's like, oh, like so close like that. Like I thought that was gonna be it. This is where I was like, if I was being completely honest, I thought the same. But this is where we got Drew McIntyre was sitting out right into the middle of the ring. Where we got Drew McIntyre hits up, try to go for a fireman's carry. They throw Sami Zayn right. Oh, got him right up in into the upper right side. Is where you got. And then we got he picks him up, trying to go for like a what's that called? Like a Celtic cross like maneuver, but Sami Zayn countered into a sunset flip into a power bomb. That's where he tried to go for a pin. The referee went for one and he went for two, but he couldn't get the three with Sami Zayn. Or Drew McIntyre barely kicking out Sami Zayn sunset flip power bomb maneuver. I was like, man, this is almost suckish more than his signature move, the Blue Thunder Bomb. Like just saying because because sometimes even sunset flips can be useless when it comes to trying to get a pinfall victory. But must have had some extra power and force into the move. Like if it was added with a little pizzazz of some painfulness for the opponent to take. But this is where that Sami Zayn was about to go for a Blue Thunder Bomb after that. This is where Steve must have been arguing with my boy Simon Miller. Like we're thinking that that's gonna work on Drew McIntyre, but Simon's like, well, like you could do that maneuver, but I'm telling you, it's a waste of time. And this is where Sami Zayn's like that's why you're wrong, because I'm even if it takes me about 7,100,000 and I'll say 800,000 80 times. Like I'm still gonna go for it. This is where Sammy tried to go for a Blue Thunder Bomb. He nearly got him like on the third attempt. This is where then he tried to spin it around. Somebody say like it was or the third try because it was the first attempt. But it's where Drew McIntyre flipped right out of it when he tried to go for the fourth try. Hits a glass scale headbutt right into the face, right in the middle of the in the floor. This is where Drew McIntyre was about to hit 3, 2, 1 Claymore kick, but he's about to hit him. But this was Sami Zayn. It's a big boo. This is where it ends up hitting the Blue Thunder Bomb, which that was a guaranteed. Which I meant to say the attempt was the second time? Yeah, that was the second time. But the first attempt was the first, but he tried to get 4 tries, but he was not gonna bring him down. So it was still an attempt. But this is where we're trying to go for the second attempt, even though it was a guarantee. That still wasn't change the fact that it's the least most devastating move in professional wrestling overall in the business. And it's where but he still kicked out of the Blue Thunder Bomb no matter what. And I was like, yeah, Simon's right about this. And it's a sad thing because it looks like the most powerful maneuver in all of professional wrestling, but it will not be won't change like the fact that he's gonna win the. It's not gonna change the fact that it's not gonna be a dominant maneuver. It's gonna be the complete opposite, unfortunately. This is where Sami Zayn was like, yeah, no, but I'm still gonna try to prove that bald guy named Simon that reminds me of the chipmunk from Alvin and the Chipmunks right now, even though not by the look but his name. This is where it's like, but I have Drew to worry about, not that bald idiot. Well, I didn't say it, Sammy probably did. But this is where we got because Simon's my boy. I cannot talk sugar honey iced tea to him like that. But this is where we got Sami Zayn trying to go for a haluva kick. This is where Drew McIntyre roll right to the right side. It's where he trying to roll right in the outside with Drew. But this is where Drew McIntyre caught him off guard. As soon as they got back in the ring, Claymore kicking him out of nowhere more than the RKO because he wants to give the 3 most destructive letters a run for its money for being the out of nowhere maneuver in all the pro wrestling. But this where it was a hit right here. This where we got the Claymore 1, 2, 3. Winner of this match, Drew McIntyre, and I want to give a huge congratulations on that. Even though I would say this match is probably going to be getting the 4th place blue ribbon of the night, given that we got 3 pretty entertaining championship matches and 1 pretty decent Women's United States Championship. Even though that's in the 5th place red ribbon award of the night, but. We're going to get to that in just a moment, but Drew McIntyre got one down and probably 3 more to go, which that one's probably Jey Uso, and the second one's Jimmy Uso, the twin brother. And then we got Roman Reigns, which when do you think that's going to be the case? Like, where he's going to take out all the members of the bloodline? Do you think it's going to be probably anytime after WrestleMania or maybe before? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Yeah, let's move on to the next slide, which I believe the next match was. What match was it? I believe it was the Women's World Championship match that was up next. But this one to show everybody in attendance that were in the original Saturday night's main event. They had Jimmy Hart, the WWE Hall of Famer, and then and a couple other Hall of Famers, which I'm trying to remember. But they're naming how many wrestlers that he managed, like the likes of Greg Valentine, the immortal himself, Hulk Hogan, and what's his name? The Honky Tonk Man, which he had the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history. Now he's second to Gunther now because he beat his reign this year in the beginning of 2024. This is where we got Io Sky coming out with Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai. But this is where they left her alone because there was a rule like that the Judgment Day and the Damage Control were banned for ringside. When if like for that, like if no, there won't be no interference if that is, but you could blame the Raw GM for that. But it's where we got this match. I'll say this match probably going to be getting the bronze trophy of the night. Just that the world, both men's world championship were just show stealing. Like if that's the best term to use. Like otherwise, I probably would have given it the at least the silver, if not the golden. But
he has brothers, little brothers, big brothers.
Yeah, either his brother or cousin. But anyways, assassinated.
Oh, his cousin.
This is where we got Liv Morgan go for a missile dropkick out of a cheap shot. Well, not really because the bell was rung. This is where you got the first shot onto the Genius of the Sky. This is where she goes for a back elbow right to the midsection. This is where she rolls right to the upper right side. But she ends up when she tries to go back to the diagonally. This is where she gets go for a willing middle dropkick onto the Liv Morgan. This is where we got Io Sky try to go for a pin, but this is where we got Liv Morgan kicking out at 2.3. This is where we got Io Sky trying to throw Liv Morgan right to the upper left side. Io Sky then try to go for a splash. This is where Liv Morgan slides out of the way. This is where we got this is where Io Sky slides right to the right side. She was like, no, like you cannot run away and avoid me that easily. Which yeah, like I would agree on to that. This is where we got Io Sky go for a German suplex onto what's her name, to Liv Morgan. But Liv Morgan trying to grab onto the ropes and try to escape out of it. She elbows Liv Morgan. Io Sky right to the face. Is where she goes for a sunset flip like right off the right side. But this is where Io Sky was not falling for. She swift kicked her right to the face like when she was trying to get her down. But this is where Io Sky springboard hits the lion's saw, moonsault right onto the left side onto the ringside area. I'm like, yeah, that had to take a lot of guts from someone like Io Sky to do. Even though she's used to it, she did like worse moves than this. Like she did this maneuver when she had a trash can over her head at War Games a month ago and in 2020. Like right off the top of the steel cage and let every woman into the match. But this is where we got the most powerful force all of professional wrestling came on. That was the commercial break. And then when we got the advert came out, this is where we got Io Sky like again overpowered by Liv Morgan until Io Sky finally got out of whatever move that Liv Morgan was trying to go like a normal maneuver. This is where Io Sky started hitting her Japanese uppercuts. Yeah, she definitely is a baby face. If you're not convinced from the last time, even with her team with the likes of Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley that are baby faces. But this is where we got Io Sky going for a handstand and a standing flip. It's where Io Sky runs right to the right quarter side. It's Liv Morgan with a suicide dive. It's where Io Sky then picks herself right back up. It's where then she tried to throw Liv right into back in the ring. This is where Io Sky then going up right off the right onto the left side onto the apron. This is where Io Sky tried to go for a springboard-like maneuver into a middle drop kick, skydiving right onto Liv Morgan in the process with the maneuver. This is where strike over pin, but unfortunately Liv Morgan kicked out at 2.3, if I'm not mistaken. This is where Io Sky's like 2. Like, are you sure? Like, okay. And this is where I go for pin, but unfortunately for a half. And this is where then. And that's why our fans start chanting, "Let's go, Io!" Like if she was actually gonna be the one who's gonna win. Which the sad thing is, she didn't really win. Like if I'm being completely honest, which I kind of spoiled you, assassinators there. But y'all probably already know that was the case. But maybe I should keep my mouth shut. But anyways, we got Io Sky go for a wrist slide, bounce her arms right arm right to the right. This is where we got Io Sky accidentally botched the springboard dive because she tripped and failed. Luckily, she didn't sustain any injuries while botching this maneuver. She ends up improvising anyways, but this is where she ends up getting cold breaker with Liv Morgan. Looked like it was just a general flop, like that was gonna end up not gonna be a success anyways. That's where she tried to go for a pin, but this is where we got. That's where we got the referee counted 1 and he counted 2, but that's where Io Sky kicked out at 2.8. That's where Io Sky tried to go for an inside cradle, but she only got 2.1. That's where we got Liv Morgan step up in Sagiri right onto Io Sky, but this is where Io Sky, this is where she tried to goes on Io out of the ring, but this is where Io countered into a crossface, her version of it. This is where Liv Morgan countered out of it. This is where she tried to get back up, but she ends up getting swift kick right into the head by Io Sky. This is where we got Liv Morgan crawling right to the bottom left side. And then Io Sky went right to the diagonal side in the upper right. Hits the Genius double meteor knees, where she rolled her up and into the side. Io Sky put her foot right onto Liv Morgan right into the midsection. Here's where Io Sky trying to go for the over the top Genius moonsault right on the Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan got the foot up right into the face. Here's where Liv Morgan waiting for her to hang on to the top corner side rope. They easily hit her with the blitz for the 1, 2, 3. And the winner of this match, Liv Morgan. I was very impressed, like how Liv Morgan kicked out of that. About Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan pulled it off without needing the help from her bodyguard and friend Raquel Rodriguez or her daddy Dom, what she likes to call him. But this is where we got that showing the replays when what's the Io Sky kneeing Liv Morgan in the face, which that explains why she was bleeding from the nose, because she has a broken nose, and it looks like she's gonna be ended up turning into Rhea Ripley, even though she has a broken orbital bone, and that's why she's wearing the face mask. But I think Cody Rhodes gonna give Liv Morgan an extra pair. Like it seemed like Rhea Ripley's not the only former women's world champion that's gonna be needing the face shield, but I think there's gonna be plenty more where that came from, and I hope the Assassinators did downloaded what's his name Cody Rhodes is the undashing version of himself, like on your respective WWE 2K24. But that's where the show Liv Morgan celebrating with her daddy Dom and her bodyguard until Rhea Ripley came out, let her know that she's the next challenger for that women's world championship. And when do you think this is gonna be the next time we're gonna fight? Maybe it's gonna be the Netflix show debut show, to be exact, on January 6th. But do you think it's gonna be that show, or do you think it's gonna be on the next Saturday night's main event, which that's gonna be in January? I'll say January. I'll say January 25th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, January 25th. But let me know about that in the comments. But this is where she went staring face to face with the current women's world champion, Liv Morgan. She was like, "I haven't forgot about you, little gal." And this is where then Liv Morgan's like, "Well, I totally forgot about you because you're old news now." And this is where. And this is where just it was like not for long. This is where we got the next match was up next. It was, I believe, was the Women's United States Championship, or was it the World Heavyweight Championship? I'm trying to remember. I totally forgot. Like like a track of like well, not like an order kind of manner. I know what happened in the match. I'm trying. Oh yeah, it was Finn Balor and yeah.
Can you put cards in?
Cards, okay. After y'all get done with this, but anyways, this is where we got Finn Balor up next against.
Can we play cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we? After this round. Wait, is it
Rocket
League? What? Is that what we're talking about, Rocket League? No, I'm talking.
I wish we had that. We used to have it on here, but I had to delete it to make some room.
For what?
For some more games that we were getting. Well, anyways,
and he has a monkey game too.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite.
I wonder where that cover is. But anyways, Assassin, this is where we got the World Heavyweight Championship triple threat match, which featured Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and the World Heavyweight Champion himself, Gunther. It was like exactly how I predicted it to be.
Can we play this after this one?
I'll say this is probably like the only match I probably got like the whole thing right. Especially like how it finished, like with them being distracted with the one. And one of the former Judgment Day members getting pinfalled by the ring general, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But this is where we got That's where we got this is where Damian Priest and Finn Balor start going at it until Damian Priest sent him right to the bottom corner side. That's where he tried to push him out, but this is where he gets nearly attacked by Gunther, but he elbows right to the face, but he gets hit in the shoulder right to the midsection. But Damian Priest hits him with a clothesline, but it's where he gets slapped right into the chest by Gunther. This is where we got Gunther trying to go for a Gunther bomb. This is where Finn Balor tried to take advantage. Like once he got back in the ring, tried to go for the most devastating move in all the professional wrestling.
get to play cards.
Okay.
No monster truck. Monster
It's okay if you play cards first.
You don't play monster trucks instead? He said monster trucks. Did you put monster trucks?
It's cards. I gotta find it, but it's somewhere around here.
Fine, we're gonna play just cards.
You play cards for now. I'll promise I'll look for it like as soon as I get some spare time. But anyways, this is where we got Gunther flip right out of him. This is where he hit the strike right onto the to the former Universal Champion. This is where Damian Priest hit a forearm strike right into the face onto the Finn Balor. But this is where Gunther tried to boot him right to the face, where he tried to run to the left side. But this is where Damian Priest hits it. He goes for a forearm strike and a discus enziguri right onto what's his name? Gunther. This is where then Damian Priest like, okay, now that he's down, like how about time to fly? This is where he ends up doing that, which he luckily like he did like he nearly botched the dive, but they improvised like with Gunther getting right near him. But I was like, luckily Damian Priest not gonna get criticized for that. It's just like a natural, normal mistake. This is where I was like, luckily he's not gonna end up like Top Dollar and be called Flop Dollar. Which I was like, they cannot help it that he's too heavy to be flying. But this is where then we got. This is where we got Gunther. Then, but after the most powerful force that came on, then the opposite happened. Like it always do, like 9 times out of 10, if not 8. This is where he tried to go for a Boston Crab, even though he's from Austria, not from the city that your favorite Super Ninja Assassin knows where this particular wrestler is from. That's a different video for a different day. This is where Damian Priest flip right out of it. This is where we got Finn Balor coming in with Gunther trying to go for a closeout. Then we get hit with a Pele kick. This is where we got Damian Priest run through both Gunther and Finn Balor to the left side. Hits a double clothesline right onto both men. Damian Priest like, now it's time to get back like on track and become World Heavyweight Champion yet again.
It's not letting me get
Lightning
McQueen.
How about you be?
I want to. 2 people can be Lightning McQueen.
I thought so too.
2 people can.
You can.
Did you do that one?
Can you click on the A button and see what happens?
Okay.
Yeah, you both. Oh, you can pick. You can pick your Dynaco or Rusty. You can pick I don't want. But anyway, this is what,
With that one guy.
this is what we got.
I want blue. I want blue.
But this is where we got Gunther then threw Damian Priest right to the bottom corner side. This is where Gunther tried to go for a knife edge chop. But this is where we got Damian Priest then flip right out of it. This is where Damian Priest going up right up on the top rope. This is where we got. This is where we got Gunther trying to go for a cross. That's where Damian. This is where we got what's that? And then we got what's that? Damian Priest got up at the top. Is where he's going for his version of the old school, which is him grabbing on the Gunther's arm, going up on the top rope, hit the crossbody. I'm like, just don't tell Drew McIntyre that he's imitating the Undertaker again. But this is where we got. This is where we did the flatliner onto Finn Balor. He tried to come in. This is where he tried to go over a pin, but this is where the referee counted 1, counted 2. But this is where we got Finn Balor kicking out. And I forgot to tell you, the referee was dressing up like the old school referees back in the 1980s. Like with the blue dress shirts and the black pants with the black bow tie. Like give it that old classic pro wrestling feel, even though it's a little bit modern these days. This is where my boy Damian Priest then picks up Finn Balor, trying to go for the Razor's Edge, like his idol, the late Razor Ramon Scott Hall. This is where he tried to pick him up. This is where we got Finn Balor. This is where then what's his name? Gunther kicks him right in the gut. This is where he he's like, you're dead. You're dead toast. This is where Gunther tried to go for a sleeper, but Finn Balor go for
Why are you trying to copy me?
that's where he flip him over to a pin, but this is where Damian Priest threw Finn Balor right onto the right side is where Gunther tried to go for a sleeper onto Damian Priest. This is where he started elbowing the Archer of Infamy right onto his left shoulder. Like, boom, boom, like, come on, surrender, with him being desperate of trying to do anything to retain his world championship. But Damian Priest wouldn't let him have it because, this is a chance of finally becoming world champ. This is where once he flip over Gunther, this is where he try to go for a South of Heaven's chokeslam. This is where he slaps him across his chest, and you can probably hear it all echoing around the arena in Long Island. This is where Damian Priest is like, you think that's gonna phase me? I'm not those guys over at the other company, which we all know who he's referring to. We nudge. He hit the South of Heaven's chokeslam right onto Gunther. This is where we got somebody like, yeah! Like, I thought he got Damian, and I thought he'd be world champion like in over 8 years, and this is where it goes from missile drop kick right onto Damian Priest, right into the upper left corner turnbuckle, because that is a signature move. This is where Finn Balor tried to hit his finisher, which was the coup de grace. This is where we got Gunther tripping right over. He landed right into his family jewel. I'm like, like it seemed like he's not gonna start a family with his wife anytime soon, which I understand why I said that for. That was very unimportant and very uncomfortable for me to mention. That's where we got Gunther trying to go for avalanche suplex, but Damian Priest caught him right from behind. This is where they hit the Tower of Doom, but this is where Finn Balor trying to take advantage of the moment. I believe he hit the coup de grace right onto him, which I believe he was double lucky because he got the double whammy card, but he would have gotten the win. I mean, he would have probably gotten the win and got away with it and become the new World Heavyweight Champion if it wasn't for his meddling former teammate, which was Damian Priest, that picked him right up off of Gunther. Hits the Razor's Edge right onto the nearly hit the Razor's Edge onto the Prince of the Judgment Day. But this is where we got Finn Balor. He countered into a sunset flip into a roll-up. This is where he only got a kick out at 2.3, if I'm mistaken. This is where we got Damian Priest hit a South of Heaven's chokeslam right onto Finn Balor. This is where he would have probably gotten away with this and went back his world title, even without pinning the ring general, if it wasn't for that exact same general meddling with him and start putting him to sleep with a sleeper hold right on and start elbowing that elbow strike, like if he's either Charlie Dempsey or or those guys over at the other company that loves elbowing the sugar and the iced tea out of people's shoulders. That's been drinking that horrible toxic water from Cincinnati. But yeah, this is where we got Gunther going for a power bomb right onto Damian Priest. This is where we got Gunther hits a middle drop kick right on the Finn Balor like a month ago at Survivor Series. Picks up the Prince of the Judgment Day. Hits the Gunther bomb right onto Finn Balor for the 1, 2, 3, and he retains the World Heavyweight Championship, or like they would say back in the day, the WWE or WWF at the time, Heavyweight Champion of the World, or something like that. And this is where then Gunther retains his world championship. And it was like how I predicted it to be, like with them being so close to beating the others, only for Gunther to come in to take advantage of the distraction and hitting Gunther hitting Finn Balor with the powerbomb, because he already did that to Damian Priest. And then he gonna get the win with this win. And your winner is Gunther, still world champion for probably at the moment until he loses to someone like Seth Rollins or CM Punk. And I mean that with respect, like, because I think he's having a wonderfully phenomenal run as world champion. And if it wasn't for the Second City Saint or this Visionary, I think that he should hold on to that title for a whole year, like, or at least by the end of 2025. If it was no other guy that could be the next world champion at this time. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought of this match. It almost got the first place spot, but Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens get that number one, which I'm gonna get into at the moment. But it's still bringing home the trophy of it still being at its best, and that was the silver trophy. And you know that if we're gonna have a Gunther match, including with someone like Finn Balor and Damian Priest, we're definitely not gonna disappoint. And I hope that we do get a dream match between the ring general and the 16-time WWE champion, which is John Cena, of course. Which I'm not sure if I want to see that at WrestleMania, though. Even though that's the best place to do the match, but since it's going to be Cena's last ever run in WWE, I just think that should be like a SummerSlam kind of, or maybe even like, I don't know, like, but I'm not sure if we're going to. But this is where we got next up. We got Kevin Owens getting ready for his match against Cody Rhodes, and this is where we got Nicholas the Ridiculous Aldiston that came out of his office. This is where he presented the Women's United States Championship. Whoever wins this between Michin and Chelsea Green, they will become the inaugural and first ever Women's United States Champion. Would say this match, it was really good, but it was like if it was any but the way that the match was though, it was like if it was on SmackDown. Like this was like any one-on-one non-title match on SmackDown. And it's where Jesse the Body Ventura won't stop talking about Dirty Dominic Mysterio when they were getting ready for the women's United States. Like, yeah, he just know how to pick them women, don't he? And I'm like, yeah, like that may be true in some capacity, but at the same time it catches up to him because his ex still wants to kill him. Like, well, in kayfabe that is. But anyways. But let's move on to the next slide. Is where we got the Women's United States Championship, which was Michin that was the babyface here, but the favorite was none other than the residential Karen herself. And then we get the match started like off with them just grappling out. This is where they start going for strikes. But this is where we got Michin trying to go for an arm drag. But this is where Michin was like, oh, like you're not going to get that out of me. This is where we got Chelsea Green had a very unique like style of her gear because it looks similar to a certain Long Island native that used to be in WWE and love wooing to everybody, including the ladies, if you know what I mean. Well, he's no longer a ladies' man because he's a married man, and that is to this one, this lovely Karen lady right here herself, Chelsea Green, with her like having the one long sleeve on her right leg, while short sleeve on her left. Well, that's because it was like wrestling tights. But this is where we got Chelsea to try to go for suicide dive. As soon as she threw Michin right in the ring, this is where she kept an eye on what's her name onto Piper, saying like, "You better not do anything, or else she's gonna be asking for." This is where we got Michin going for the Boston Crab right onto the left side. And I was like, she's not from Boston, like she's from but she's not from Boston, like she's from Oakland, like which I know exactly who I should be doing the Boston Crab. But that's a different video for a different name. At least the single leg. But this is where we got Piper Niven and like right until Jessica Carr was not looking. This is where she hits a big boss woman slam right onto Michin. This is where she helped out her teammate Chelsea. This is where she's like, yeah, like you see that? Like see that's why Piper is my tag team partner, because she's the big help. And yeah, she always is, whether if it's in for the good or the bad reasons. But this is where we got this is where once the powerful force and all professional wrestling came on, like the commercial break and then came off. This is where we saw Chelsea Steele was in the lead, like when it comes to the offensive advantage, until Michin like fought right back, countered, then going for going for making a comeback maneuver until she got distracted by Piper, but this is where she dived onto her, like with her trying to go for. This is where Chelsea Green got back in the ring easily. This is where Chelsea then kicks Michin right to the head. This is where she turned around, try to go for the prettier, but you know the rules in that. Like if it don't work the first time, and yes, like for those that are unaware, like you're gonna be happy to hear what's gonna be the finish of the outcome of the match, because once Chelsea Green counted out at this time, this is where Michin flips her right over. This is where she tried to go for the most devastating move in all of professional wrestling. This is where we got Chelsea kick out of it. This is where she was about to hit the eat the feet. That's what it's called. This is where Chelsea moved right out of the way. This is where she pretended that she did. Taking the pinfall, and y'all were not gonna want to miss what I'm about to tell you. Assassinated. For those that are unaware, so don't click out of this video, but. That's why we got Michin drag over a cover. This is where she thought she had it won. But this is where Chelsea at the last second put her leg on the rope because she was playing possum right onto to Michin. This is where we got the HBIC that picks up this is where This is where Meechin was about to hit a suplex right onto the Meechin. This is where Piper distracted her. This is where she gets pushed off right Chelsea. This is where she hits a missile dropkick on the Piper. She hits face first right into the apron. This is where I was like, maybe she shouldn't have got involved, but it was a helpful maneuver because Chelsea hits a right hand right to the face on the Meechin. This is where she caught her right from behind, flips it right over, and hits the most amazing avalanche version of the Unprettier for the quick 1, 2, 3 for the women's United States champion. And your first ever women's United States champion is none other than Chelsea Green. And this is where Nicholas the Ridiculous, like what Chelsea likes calling him, like they put the Women's United States Championship around her waist. And yeah, this looks like this is a very nice championship. And now she's like her husband that won the men's version of the United States Championship, but not this version of it. It was the original version of the United States Championship. And this was what a moment of the night it was like for Chelsea. Even though she's the heel, but some might say she could go babyface. And she got the biggest babyface pop of the night. Like, even though it's not like exactly how I predicted it to be, and I was like, where the hell is B-Fab? That was the only issue about this match because with the B-Fab was like a ally of some capacity for Meechin, so why wasn't she to try to help her out? But even though Meechin didn't quite needed her, only for other than her losing the match though. But either way, I'm happy for Chelsea. She's Women's United States champion, and WWE did a pretty good job by making her the champion into this tournament because she's the favorite, and she's also she's the perfect woman to hold on to that title, and she'll bring it and take it up to the greatest of the heights, of the division in the women's mid card division. But that's where they showed a little charity ad, with them donating to charities in need, in all over the world, whether if it's from New York, what's that other one, Arizona, and other states in the United States, all the 50 states, because WWE is starting to be more of a generous foundation these days. I mean, they were generous before, but they're even more from those past years. That's where we get the undisputed WWE Championship, and not just any old undisputed champion. This is where we got the surprise that Triple H gave to Cody Rhodes. Yeah, unfortunately.
He's going to tell me because I'm not going to wait up on him.
But anyway, the Assassinators is where we got the surprise that was revealed by Cody Rhodes when he took off his coat, that is. But we got Jesse the Body Ventura then joined Pat McAfee and Jesse the Body Ventura and Michael Cole. Jesse the Body Ventura joined Michael Cole and Pat McAfee on the commentator table with Kevin Owens coming out. That's where we got Jesse the Body Ventura was taken up for Kevin Owens. Of course, they would because they need a heel commentator because both McAfee and Michael Cole are baby faces. So what you would do, you got to make Jesse Ventura the heel commentator, of course. But that's where we got the prize fighter came out. That's where he sounded like one of my fellow YouTubers that's a narrator, an animated narrator of talking about other people's subscribers' horror stories and animation. He kind of sounded like him, when he's imitating an elder man. But I even know he is in the 70s and he did admit that. But I'm not trying to make fun of him, but he just sounds very funny. He kind of sounds like Eustace Baggs from the Courage the Cowardly Dog series on Cartoon Network as well. But yeah, this is where we got Cody Rhodes' surprise, and there was none other. You will not believe what the surprise was. It was the reveal of the original Winged Eagle WWE Championship from back in the late 80s and the late 90s. Yeah, this was very shocking. That was very shocking. And what are your thoughts on WWE pulling off this surprise, with Cody Rhodes holding on to the classical version of the WWE Championship? And I'm not sure if this is going to be more of an often thing, or is it going to be just only a one-off? Because given that this was the special night for WWE, because this is like a pay-per-view, so why not do something special? Like, even for that, like, I wouldn't complain. But at the same time, I wouldn't complain about the Wing Eagle Championship. All because it's the new WWE logos on top, which I haven't seen the WWE logo on. I'm not sure if it has the new logo or the old school one from back in the 80s. But, like, it showed that it – but it was exactly the Wing Eagle Championship, like, back in the day. Like, as soon as Cody Rhodes came out and hold on to that title is where we got the referee holding on to that title. I'm like after Lillian Garcia announced the prize fighter and the American Nightmare. And I was like, yeah, what a generous gift from the game himself. Like, even if that's the new updated version of the Wing Eagle Championship or even the old school one from back in the day. But let me know in the comments, like, if it's the old one or the new version of the original championship belt. I'm going to let you guys to decide that down in the comment section right down below. But we got the match started by the American Nightmare and the prize fighter, with them just fighting it out like if they're Vegeta and Goku of Dragon Ball Z. This is where then we got Kevin Owens. This is where we got Kevin Owens to walk out of the ring. This is where then Cody Rhodes like, oh no, you don't. Like, you asked for this fight, now you're gonna get it. This is where he's like, boom, boom, boom. And this is where he hit the face first, right onto the right corner side. That's why we got Cody Rhodes to throw. Oh, my bad. That is where we got Cody Rhodes to throw Kevin right back in the ring. That's where Kevin Owens is trying to escape out of this match again, but it's where he gets suicide dive by Cody Rhodes, hitting the head first, where Cody Rhodes dumped right onto him. And then Cody Rhodes like, you want to fight? I'm giving you one that you're not going to forget. This is where Cody Rhodes picks up Kevin Owens, throws him right back in the ring. It's where then Cody Rhodes and got it back. This is where we got the American Nightmare that going like kicks right, kicks. No, it's not spicy. This is where he kicked Kevin Owens right in the gut. He hits an uppercut right into the jaw of Kevin Owens. This is where we got Cody Rhodes picking up Kevin. He's going to try to go over a suplex, but he started punching him right to the midsection. This is where Cody Rhodes ends up hitting the suplex right on the Kevin Owens, but it was not like a normal, ordinary one. It was in the face first, right into the canvas. This is where we got. Anyway, we got Cody Rhodes and then follow Kevin Owens when he goes right to the right side. Cody Rhodes trying to collect the prize fighters where Kevin threw Cody right back first, right onto the ring post. Is where he hits him face first right into the in-house table. He ends up getting back suplex and stealing the page out of his former kayfabe best friend Randy Orton, which we all know who. We all know who does that move. We would nudge where Kevin Owens kind of giving a reference that like hey Randy, by saying hey Randy, like in a message right in front of the camera, by sitting down like this, like, oh hey Randy, and this is where then Kevin Owens they continue to do more damages onto Cody Rhodes, except for hitting a pop-up power bomb right onto Cody Rhodes onto the apron, which that is the hardest part of the ring. But this is where we got this is where we got Cody Rhodes. This is where we got Kevin Owens and start twisting the leg of Cody Rhodes, trying to mess up that leg. This is where we start doing the crotch chop to every fan in attendance on this episode of Saturday Night's Main Event by telling them the SI, like if he's D-Generation X. This is where DDTs Kevin Owens Kevin Owens DDTs. What's his name? Cody Rhodes right into the middle of the ring, trying to go over a pin, but Cody Rhodes get the right shoulder up. This is where Kevin Owens like, okay, that did not work. This is where he's like, all right, Mike, I got Bunny move where that come from when them in the partial powerful force mode. Like, this is where Cody Rhodes to start making a comeback, start fighting like his dad, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. This is where start hitting the bionic punches. Then he start doing and then hit the bionic elbow right onto Kevin Owens. Is where trying to throw him right to the upper right corner side. He gets countered. He dodges out of Kevin Owens' attack. This is where he hits face first right to Tina. Even though he's a married man, but Tina got a kiss by the prize fighter. This is where we got Cody Rhodes hit the power slam right onto Kevin. This is where we got Cody Rhodes did to go for a disaster kick onto Kevin Owens, knocking him out right in the middle of the ring. Cody to go for a cover, but Kevin kicks out at 2.8. This is where we got Cody Rhodes like, all right, 2 and the 2.6 is where Cody Rhodes like, all right, Mike, I cannot Or this is where Kevin Owens this is where we got Kevin Owens and then hits this is where Cody Rhodes trying to find Kevin Owens right onto the announce table. This is where he tried to hits a what they call a power bomb or a pile driver, whatever it was, to try to make him his next victim like he did to poor Brandy, the mentor of Cody Rhodes. This is where we got, speaking of Randy, this is where we got Cody Rhodes that came out of nowhere, hits the RKO with one hand, like if he was Randy Orton from 2003 to 2007, because for some reason Randy Orton wanted to do it with one arm, but yeah, luckily Randy Orton eventually went for the RKO. This is where I believe this the Winged Eagle Championship is like the new WWE version of the belt, because the WWE logo was like big and it was pointy up like the network logo would normally point out to be. But this is where we got Cody Rhodes and hit the Cody Cutter, a super Cody Cutter to be the exact. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but Kevin Owens picked out at the last second of 2.9. Now 99999. Don't you realize minus 0.1 away from being 3. And that's where even Jesse the Body Ventura thought this was over, along with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. That's where we got Cody Rhodes like, all right, like, yeah, it's time for a nightmarish moment now. That's where Cody Rhodes like, all right, like, let's put you up on the top rope in the upper right side. Is where he hits a big old right hand to the left jaw of the prize fighter. Then Cody Rhodes try to go for a suplex with Kevin Owens. But this is where we got Cody Rhodes made a huge mistake, because Kevin Owens just cannot get suplexed right off the top rope, just like that certain pillow girl that's over at the other company. That's where we got. That's where even with Cody Rhodes, he hitting headbutts constantly onto Kevin. He just cannot get him up, convince him to hit an avalanche suplex. That's where Kevin Owens knew that this was a issue and a difficulty for to do to him. This is where he used it for his advantage by fight right back in, punch him right to the midsection. This is where Kevin Owens picks him up, trying to go for like his usual corkscrew fisherman suplex right off the top rope, spinning around, landed Cody Rhodes right to the top rope. Like, yeah, that's the one thing you shouldn't have done, Cody, is to try to hit an avalanche suplex, because Kevin Owens just cannot get suplex off the top rope. That's the logical that is the the logical statistics of the prize fighter. And this is where we got Kevin Owens trying to go for a pin, but still, even for that big life-changing reversal, he still kicked out of that maneuver. Like, they're not going to put away Cody Rhodes unless it's a spear or rock bottom. Like, other than that, I don't think he's gonna kick out of that maneuver. This is where we got Kevin Owens was about to hit the stunner onto Cody Rhodes. This is where Cody Rhodes countered, try to pick him up, try to go for a crossroad, but Kevin Owens counted out of the way. He pushed him right to the referee that accidentally shoulder tackled into, knocking him out into the left corner side. Cody Rhodes tried to duck, but he ends up getting stunnered by by Kevin Owens. This is where he tried to close on Kevin, but Kevin Owens ducked out of the way, kicked him in the gut, stunnered him right into the middle of the ring, tried to go for a pin, but unfortunately, like, the referee, Charles Robinson, I believe that's what his name is, like the 30-year vet, or almost the 30-year vet, I would say the 26-year vet, that was down to the left side. Is where Kevin was like, what the hell happened to the referee? And this is where the other referee came out. This is where he tried to go for a cover. They were like, hurry the hell up. This is where he tried to go for one, try to go for two. But Cody Rhodes was not going to surrender. Yeah, he persevered to the very end. He gets the shoulder up at 2.7. Into the referee was like, all right. It was only 2.7, not the whole 3. Just where I was like, you gotta be kidding me! Like, that's impossible. Like, how could you know if it was a 2.7? This is where he's like, that's because he got the shoulder up like about a few centimeters, inches, like away from I was about to hit 3. This is where Kevin Owens like, all right, like, I'm gonna go one more time. I'm gonna hit him with the pop-up powerbomb, which that's a move that I rarely use these days. And then this is where he's like, but this time, like, you better count like you're supposed to. This is where the referee's like, what I was where Kevin Owens ignored him through Cody right to right side about to hit the pop-up powerbomb. But Cody Rhodes to kick him with a super kick looks similar to their wrestling buddies, the Young Bucks. This is where we got Cody Rhodes. Then got right down on his knees. This is where Cody Rhodes go for the Cody cutter. This is where Kevin Owens duck out of the way and accidentally knocks down the referee instead. This is where he gets knocked down right to the left side. Kevin Owens thought this was going to be it. Throwing Cody's shoulder first, left shoulder, right into the inner part of the post. Kevin Owens did get ready to go for go for his signature move, which is the Swanton Bomb. But first he did he grabbed something out from the ringside area. It was a steel chair that was nearby Lillian Garcia. This is where he tried to use it on the Cody Rhodes. But Cody ducks out of the way. This is where he goes for a Cody cut, go dipper to the right side, slams him right to the middle of the ring. This is where Cody Rhodes like, yeah! And they start screaming out loud. This is where Cody Rhodes like, I need to finish this match. This is where the fans are saying, yeah. And then this match is where the Cody Rhodes hits the crossroads. This is where not only did that, this is where he spotted the chair before he attempted to do the maneuver. Like he did shrug emojis, like why not hit him right into this chair? That's where he slams Kevin Owens face first right into the steel chair. Get rid of the evidence. This is where then he's trying to go for a pin with Charles Robinson. Trying to get back up with Cody Rhodes. Like, come on, hurry up! Like he might kick out any second. This is where fans are already counting, and by the time Charles Robinson counted to 3, this is where the fans were already at 10. And that's why I started cracking up. Like, even my own sister was dying with laughter when she saw while I was watching. Like, the referee, the fans are literally chanting this. Like they always do this every single week. Like, when the referee is down, they just start counting all the way to 10. For some reason, that's their entertainment. But this is where Cody Rhodes get the 1, 2, 3, steal your undisputed WWE champion. Another, my 4th prediction that came true. But other than but the only thing that didn't happen is Randy Orton showing up and helping him out with Raquel, but that didn't even matter because he did it. He proved that he could do it all by himself, like every babyface would have done, especially if they're a champion. They don't want to be known as a champion that needs allies' help in order to approve a statement. But I did got the thing right about there's going to be some accidental incidents that's going to be happening when it comes to the referees getting attacked by the wrestler. When Cody Rhodes accidentally attacking both two of the referees. Like first, it was with what's his name, Charles Robinson, that tackled him instead of Kevin Owens when he died. And then the other referee tried to go for the Cody cutter, but he actually hits the referee instead. But still, you're WWE champion, which Cody Rhodes held on to the Wing Eagle Championship, which I was thinking, like, if this is just a one-off, or do you think he's going to hold on to that title as his own? Like, that's the good question. But he's still the undisputed WWE champion either way. And we're going to probably figure that out next Friday on SmackDown on the pre-tape show. Like, if Cody Rhodes is going to still have the other championship, like with the golden plates and the WWE logo on there, or the Wing Eagle version. But what do you think? Do you think he's going to still be the big W network version of the WWE champion, or the Wing Eagle version? Let me know, assassinators, in the comments below. But that's how SmackDown ended with, Cody Rhodes standing up tall, still remaining your champion, which it kind of makes sense for him to be the champ. Even though, like, as much as I'd like to see Kevin Owens be world champion, because the last time we ever seen him be such a championship was all the way back in 2017. That was almost 8 years ago. Like, and I can see why Kevin Owens is so frustrated onto that. Even though I don't see why he's getting frustrated with Cody Rhodes' team of Roman Reigns. You know, he put him through hell for the past 4 years, and it seems like guys like him, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins just don't like when others like to associate with Roman Reigns. And and whoever teams take up a Roman Reigns' side, they're going to be punished by either the Scottish Warrior, the Prize Fighter, or the Visionary. Well, most likely the Prize Fighter or the Scottish Warrior, because they're now heels currently. But we haven't seen a heel turn from Seth Rollins yet. But at least not yet. Probably not until January. Which every 3 years, like a Fast and the Furious movie, comes out, like every Fast and Furious sequel movie, let me rephrase that, come out every 2 years. He's always gonna be after somebody that's trying to take up for the side of the OTC. But you're gonna see about what Kevin Owens lands into next here, which I think is gonna be Randy Orton. Randy Orton getting revenge, and then Kevin Owens is gonna come after Sami Zayn. Whether if it's on SmackDown or Raw, like he's gonna make that known. They're gonna have their WrestleMania moment, and we're all gonna be happy for them, for that. But I would give tonight's special of the Saturday night's main event probably the. I'll say since they got everything pretty good so far, maybe there's a couple botches, but that doesn't even matter. It could have happened anytime, so I'm gonna let that genuinely slide. But when it comes to being the perfect man, a perfect show, I'll say not so perfect. But when it comes to being a really good show and must see, that's definitely in the category. So I would give it 4.5 stars, like for sure, onto this one. If it was a perfect show that like was even more spectacular, I would give it like about 5 stars for sure. But what y'all thought? What y'all's opinions on WWE Saturday Night's main event tonight? Most of the guys that you predicted that won tonight, most of the guys y'all probably would predict. Did any of the guys that you predicted won tonight that you wanted to win? Or like was it the complete opposite, or was it like even-handed, or most of them right, like your favorite Super Ninja Assassin, or maybe the complete opposite, vice versa? Let me know either way what your opinions down below. But also, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button if you did, and hit the subscribe, post notification bell if you haven't already, so you can be notified when I upload my next SNA videos, which I'm about to make another video up next, which is going to be AEW Collision. Make sure to don't go anywhere because there's going to be plenty of more news, plenty more wrestling stuff to talk about here on the SNA podcast. And I'll see you guys like in the next 20 seconds for me making go to the AEW pod, and I will be back here with some more SNA content until we meet again. Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye bye, my assassinators. Y'all take care and have a super-rific, awesome day. And I'll see you guys on the next video in the next 30 seconds.